Welcome to Real Success, the podcast for entrepreneurs wanting more. I'm Rob Christie. Executive and life coach Brent will take you on a journey exploring the key pillars of real success, ultimately leading to your best life. Stay connected and experience the success that really matters in business and life. And now, here's Brent with today's episode.
Very early on in my entrepreneurial journey, things were not going as well as I had hoped, and many very important relationships in my life kind of fell off the rails. Because of my misguided priorities, my making work the only priority, and the stress and burnout that came from overworking, I lost someone very close to me. I distanced myself from some of my best friends and family, and I was miserable. The toll it took in my relationships ended up coming back to haunt me. My personal well-being, my personal productivity, and my business. It was a tragic lesson to learn about connection with my most important people and what a major component of real success they are to me. So when my dad moved into a long-term care facility a few years back, that lesson resurfaced to remind me not to repeat my own history. His health necessitated the move, even though it wasn't what he really wanted at the time. The adjustment wasn't easy for him. And I'm grateful that my sisters and I were able to be there for him each and every step of the way. In time, as he settled in, I was able to stop by to visit after my regular early morning Wednesday meetings. Those occasional drop-ins quickly became a blocked-off spot on my calendar pretty much every week. In fact, I cemented that block of time into my calendar. It was important to me, so very little would cause me to bump it. I came to really enjoy my visits. From chatting with different staff members that I'd see each time, to getting to know some of the other residents, to just being friendly with those who just wanted someone to talk to, it always brought a smile to my face, even before I saw my dad. I was comforted too in knowing that he was being well taken care of. Dad and I would go for walks around the neighborhood when we could. Occasionally we'd stop and visit his sister. At times we'd sit in the TV common room and watch or visit with others. Other times we'd just sit in his room and chat, or watch TV, saying nothing. When we talked, the topics would vary from week to week, but usually it included a lot of family talk, the Oilers, or projects around my house. Dad was always there to help out and lend a hand, and now he just wanted to offer his insight. He wanted to know all was well. I usually left more energized, feeling positive and happier for having visited. Of course, there were days when things weren't as good and we didn't connect as well as some other visits, but thankfully, for the most part, those weren't all that often. I think Dad enjoyed my visits too. We were hanging out far more than we had in a long, long time. Then COVID hit and many things changed. My weekly meetings nearby were suddenly canceled, indefinitely. Visits at my dad's place became very structured for all sorts of reasons, and eventually they were canceled altogether. But almost immediately, the staff began a process of regular FaceTime visits between residents and their family members. Once again, my dad and I were able to have our weekly visits, and it's been working out pretty well. I don't know when the visits will be, but one of the staff will call me to see if I'm available, and if I am, they head up to Dad's room and we make the call. And for 11 months now, it's been pretty regular week in, week out. Sometimes more, sometimes I'm not available when they call, so they call back. I know for a lot of people this pandemic has been very stressful. A part of my stress has been keeping a close eye on my dad's residents, hoping that COVID stays away. And I can empathize with those who have loved ones who are more vulnerable than others and the worry that they may be experiencing. At my dad's place, they were lucky for about 10 months, only 2 times with isolated cases. But then we got the news of another case that quickly spread. Soon an outbreak was happening, and my dad's unit became the second spot where multiple people tested positive for COVID-19. Suddenly, with any phone call coming in, I instantly felt the anxiety about whether or not my dad was going to get the virus. Relief each time that it was actually a call to arrange a FaceTime visit. Now I was even more grateful for our opportunities to visit. Unfortunately, some of Dad's fellow residents died from the virus, and my heart goes out to their families. It's been a fear I've felt for some time now. and one that I know countless others experience daily. Thankfully, my dad remains healthy. The staff have amazingly been able to overcome this enormous outbreak challenge. It has once again left me with the powerful reminder to not take our health or our loved ones for granted. A reminder to embrace the important people in our world, whether at home or elsewhere, and to nurture our connection with them. A reminder to summon the courage to reach out and begin to reconnect with or repair relationships with those where it's not working out so well. Leaving those important relationships way off track can be stress-inducing, energy-sapping, joy-sucking, and productivity limiting to you and to them. Then again, when you help turn a relationship around, it can be a huge source of energy, support, love, and joy, as it is between my dad and I. I know that when relationships are positively engaged, that there will be no regrets should something happen that shortens them for some reason such as COVID. I am so looking forward to being able to hang out with my dad again in person, hopefully soon. For now, though, I'll take the screen time with him and I'll continue to let the positive energy flow from our visits into my work, my connection with others, and into my days in general. So who do you have this powerful connection with? Continue to nurture that connection. Who do you need to reconnect with or repair a relationship with? Call that person today and begin to recreate a connection that will matter to both of you. Thanks for listening. I hope this resonated with you today and inspires you to take steps towards achieving real success and experiencing your best life. You are absolutely worth it. Always remember that. If you got value today, please consider sharing this with another business owner on social media, by email, or even by directly texting this episode to a business owner that you know would really appreciate it. You'll help extend our reach in supporting entrepreneurs everywhere so they can be successful in the ways that matter most to them. One last thing, please subscribe to this podcast wherever you love to listen so you can get notified when all new episodes are released. We'll be back soon with episode 11, where I'll focus on pillar number 7 of my 7 pillars of real success, money. Listen in as I share how to end up with more money while not letting it be the controlling or overpowering negative influence on your ability to experience real success and live your best life with the balance and harmony that you want. Until then, be healthy, be happy, and have a day full of real success.